All right, the last one, but not least. This is gonna be this is pretty popular on YouTube. We haven't done a video on it in a while, so it's gonna be Songbird SGB.
Oh, I know I have that one.
Yes, you should have it there on the list. So that's a
yeah, we're closing out good tonight.
Yeah,
Let's
so
do it.
so this is the last one for today. Let me see. Let me check the chat because I think the chat's a little sleepy right now. They're tired, and that's okay. We're tired too.
Get some rest.
Let's get some rest. So let's call this one the last one right here. So the last but not least, for the live technical analysis show today, we're gonna be doing live technical analysis on Songbird SGB. I'm gonna hand it over to Crypto Bobby.
All right, so last but not least, we have SGB paired with the US dollar. We're on the weekly time frame, and data is coming in from Kraken. So just to look at it here on the weekly time frame, nice and zoomed out. Just look, we've done technical analysis on it before. We have a purple trend line. We have a couple white horizontal rays. So now let's dig in and take a deeper look at see what's currently going on with SGB Songbird. Now for JJ, I'll finally plot a Fibonacci on here. We're going to go based off of this swing high, which is on December 16th, 2024. I'm just moving off to the side so I can line it up. And it looks like our swing low is going to be at pretty much current price action. Let me zoom in to get the good zero movement of our Fibonacci. Perfect. Lock it into place and adjust the chart back so we can take a look. All right, so SGB, the Fibonacci doesn't look too bad here. I don't like, though, that how we didn't make that wick up to the 618, but I guarantee you if I move that zero movement to the candle body instead of the wick, it would line up a little bit better. But I like to keep it nice and stretched out to show where we could potentially go, and where, you know, sooner rather than later, we are going to start moving to the upside, right? Like we say, nothing continues to the downside forever, but SGB, you sure do look like you love going to the downside. Jesus Christ, look at that. Oh, that's going to be an amazing measure right here.
Oh, boy.
To the trend line that's lining up with the 2 movement of the 618, that's going to be a huge, huge number. But anyways, let's go in and let's look at relevant price action. So we are at the bottom of the Fibonacci. Real quick, I do want to measure that bounce off of the zero movement. Has been about a 33% bounce. So that's admirable. That's a good bounce off of the zero movement. And we could continue that momentum as long as altcoins continue to move to the upside and they don't continue to bleed and move to the downside. So could we plot a trend line that would look clean? Not really, because first touch point, second touch point, that would just end up right here. Not relevant. Any trend lines that could go to the downside? No, that wouldn't be relevant. 1 and 2, I guess we could do that. Let's see what it looks like. So I'm going to plot a trend line real quick. Bottom of it is on this green candle that I'm trying to line up on November 20th, 2023. Let's see if I could get it here. Second touch point I'm going to put right down here for on November 4th, 2024. Happy birthday, Drew Drop. Boy, November 4th is his birthday. Extend it out and lock it into place. So I just plotted that to where we could potentially come up and face some resistance here. That could potentially flip and start guiding us to the upside like it did here back in the day. Not really much analysis to do on it besides that. So let's get measuring tools out. From current price down to the zero movement is about 22% movement to the downside. So not too bad of risk to the downside on SGB. To the 236, oh my goodness, 142% movement to the upside for Songbird. To our trend line, which is going to currently act as resistance, is 160% movement from current price to our trend line. And once we break above that trend line and start to get daily candle body closures above that, all eyes would be on the 618. And from current price action, that's 406%. Next movement would be our 786 is 523% movement to the upside. And just for the giggles, just for the giggles, but this
Whoa.
coin can move roughly from current price up to the trend line.
Whoa.
It's 2,168.91% movement to the upside, which is a thing of absolute beauty. And I mean, let's just zoom out and look. I mean, we've been there before. We've been higher than that before. We've been even higher than that before. So who's to say once we start moving and curling up to the upside and knocking out these couple 100% movements to the upside, momentum will start coming in. Hype will start building around the token. It'll probably get listed everywhere if it's not already. Forgive me for not knowing that off the top of my head. But, when hype moves in, when money starts flowing in, more buys than sells, SGB could put in that 2,000% movement to the upside. Not financial advice. But if you're a fanboy of SGB, if you've been buying SGB loyally, dollar cost averaging into it, like I always say, take a look at your average price and then take a look at current market price. If your average price is above current market price, continue to dollar cost average. If your average price is below current market price, then hey, cool it. Enjoy. Start looking into where to lock into some profits. Take out what you at least put into the token and play with house money. Let the profits be what you're fully exposed to. Take out what you put in and enjoy the ride. There's plenty of upside potential with some downside potential, definitely with SGB. But again, if you're thinking we're in a bull market and going to continue to be in a bull market and have an altcoin season, hey, we're for it. We're about it. Let's do it. Not financial advice.
Hey, that was beautiful. A coin that recently did over 1,000% in percentages. It was Ccash, SEC, CEC. I think it did over 1,500%.
Yep.
So there you go, guys. So it's possible. It's been done before. It could be done again. Hopefully, we have they're talking about the super cycle this altcoin season. If we do have it, it's gonna be amazing. Okay, guys. In the meantime, thank you guys for tuning into the channel. We love you guys. Please make sure you subscribe before we log out. We're currently at 791 subscribers. We want to get to 1,000. It doesn't cost a thing to subscribe. Hit the notification bell, so you get notified when we go live. I post a video. Like this video, comment down below. Check out the other videos that we have in our channel. And yeah, I think that's it. You want to say bye to the people, Crypto Poppy?
See you later. Anvil Faux L.
See you guys later. Let's see. Let's get out of here. Let's put some music.